Okay, this is debrief for the detective trial, Bayshore Companion Dog Club, Saturday, August 12th. This is the interior portion of the debrief. This is the start line. The orange cones were the actual entrance point. This had a ramp going down. The first hide was a thoroughfare threshold hide. It was hidden right under here. Dogs did a really nice job of coming all the way down on either side. There were some dogs that caught it right here in this little recess where the elevator is, a little bit further, and if they got the chance to work back, they were working to source all the way up along this wall, catching it under the banister, and then getting back down to source. They cleared the rest of this area. All of this is in play. The lockers were all blank, with the exception of a food distractor that was in this locker. It was dried minnows. None of the dogs really paid much attention to it. Coming around this way, this is the rest of the interior search area. There was a hide underneath this mat in this corner that was lifting up all along the door and this part of the wall. There was a hide around the corner from the locker rooms under here, and this hide was moving in this space. We got some convergence with the mat hide, and there was a third hide that was actually on the outside of this door, but the dogs were all catching it all underneath here. The hide was actually in this corner on the outside part of the door. So either side of the door on that corner was a yes. The rest of this was blank. This equipment and everything on the walls was in play. There was a hidden container underneath this piece of equipment that had peanuts in it. Dogs did a really nice job of ignoring that. Came all the way down to here. This was the boundary at the back of the search area. Everything here, the wall and everything else was in play. And there was a hide hidden underneath this old thermostat cover. The dogs did a beautiful job working odor all along this wall, going out past the boundary where it's nice and cool, and working back. Some dogs caught it on this pallet cart and worked a little bit along here before going back and going up in that corner to get the hide. We then went outside. Dogs had a chance to go in and out as they chose. We came out here. This is the alcove. And this is where the hide is that was coming under the door where the dogs were all catching it. We had a little bit of swirling out here. And then we had, this was the boundary. There's a huge courtyard here that was out of play with a tall retaining wall. This part of the retaining wall was in play all the way down to the end. And this entire wall was in play as well. There was an elevated hide under here. When we first ran the trial, this was all in the shade. It was cloudy. And as the dogs ran, the sun came out and we had some more wind. Dogs caught odor all along this wall, even around the corner, jumped up here, even caught some odor in the grass before coming back and working back to that hide. And then we had the rest of the search area was delineated by these blue dots to the curb. The curb was out of play. We had the school bus in play. And this area here, the retaining wall on this side was out of play. We had a toy distractor there. And there was another toy distractor in the alcove. Here we had a deep, inaccessible hide on the axle in between the two front wheels of this school bus. And the dogs did a beautiful job of bracketing from here all the way out, back and forth along the front bumper, all the way through. A lot of dogs caught odor swirling in this wheel well, and the handlers did a really nice job calling it. We had a total of 7 hides. There was 8.5 minutes time allotted, and the total square footage was 3,990 square feet. Congratulations to everyone. They did a fantastic job.